What's up, guys? A new season has started. So here are some Pokemon that will help you get back to Master Rank. I'm going to include builds and emblems and also a tip on how, you can become better at these Pokemon and general things that will help you be better on these Pokemon. So for first one, we have still the undisputed best Pokemon in the game, which is Mr. Mime with the Confusion and Power Swap build. Still very oppressive, very insane damage, and very strong laning phase. We have a special strikes because Confusion has insane scaling, so we increase your Confusion damage by a lot of damage. Then we have a Focus Band just for just living. He's pretty tanky Pokemon as well. Has a lot of base HP, so Focus Band is going to heal us a lot. And then we also, for the last one, you can go Body Barrier, which, if you want to have better team fighting. Energy Amp as well is the same kind of better team fighting, also very strong as well. And then for the last one, we can also go a Score Shield. So these are the things. I actually like Score Shield a lot right now. The current meta is pretty decent, but yeah, Energy Amp, Body Barrier are super safe choices as well. And then we have the X Speed. So just quick for people who don't know really what Power Swap and Confusion does together. If you Power Swap someone and confuse the target, they get stunned without being pushed. This is what it normally looks like. Right here. They get pushed, but if you Power Swap them, they don't get pushed. And so my biggest tip for Mr. Mime as well is how to engage a fight. So this is how you engage a fight. Either you Power Swap Confusion someone into Insta Unite, and you can pretty much one-shot the enemy squishy, whoever's Power Swap, in an easy combo. Or you come from far away, you Unite move into the enemy team, and then after the last stun lasts very long, just look for Confusion into a wall on multiple targets. That's the way of winning teamfights as Mr. Mime super easily. And for emblems, I'm currently running a set with 6 green, 6 white, and 3 black. But you can also go with a full special attack build. You can go with 6 green with as much special attack on other emblems as you can find. Or you can also, if you just don't have any of those, you can also still go 6 green and 7 black. All these 3 options are totally fine. For the next Pokemon, we have Mew, which after the bug fixes is just still absolutely crazy strong of a Pokemon. This Pokemon needs to be nerfed in the future as well. Still again, it is so ridiculously strong. We have a build with Choice Specs, Ice Glasses, and Shell Bell with an X Speed. And you can also go Eject Button, totally fine too. One of those 2 choices is always fine. And for emblems, I either run 7 black and 6 green. The cooldown reduction is very strong on Mew. And you can also run a full special attack, similar to Mr. Mime, a full special attack page also works, but I still prefer the 7 black and 6 green one. Most important thing on Mew is just understanding what moves you should be taking. So your main damage tool is Solar Beam and Light Screen. We can Solar Beam, and then we can also spawn a Light Screen later to still deal the damage as well. If Solar Beam passes Light Screen, it does a lot of damage. So you can do it this way, or you can just do this like this. Totally fine. Obviously, this is a bit. Well, I would recommend doing this instead. And that's just very important to just understand which moves you want to have. So if you press A reset on your phone as well, if you go left, you have Light Screen, Solar Beam. If you go down, you have Agility, Surf. If you go left and down, you have Electro Ball, Agility. If you go right down, you have Solar Beam, Agility. These are the main things I would recommend. Agility is one of the best things on you. Gives you so much mobility. And then Electro Ball, Surf, and Solar Beam. Solar Beam is your main damage tool. Electro Ball is great for chasing someone. And Surf is great to either escape or finish someone off or just go into team fights with. Because Surf gives you a shield as well later on. It is super, super strong. So yeah, if you just want straight up damage, you just press left or right twice. If you want to escape, right, if I'm in a bad scenario, I just press L, down, and then I can gain a lot of distance. And that's pretty much the main important things you should know about Mew. For the next laner, we still have Serena. Still absolutely strong Pokemon with the Stomp and Dropkick build. Attack rate weakness policy as a third hit item. You can either go for a Float Stone, a Razor Claw, or a Focus Band, or even Energy Amplifier. Even if you play, for a better item, you could go X Attack. An Energy Amp, it can just one-shot anyone in your Unite move. I'm personally a Floatstone enjoyer right now. Cookie's also totally fine. So the third slot can be a lot of different things. For the first 2, I would always go these. For better item, Eject Button, Full Heal, X Speed, and X Attack are all totally fine choices as well. And for the emblems, we go for a 6 brown, and then either you go for more HP or more flat attack. Those are the 2 options, right? 6 brown with full flat attack, or 6 brown and then some white for some HP as well. Both options are totally fine. One of the best tips I have for Serena is using your empowered dropkick a lot, using this right here. This shield will make you super, super tanky, and casting your dropkick over your opponents is also very strong. The slow is super good. It also reduces the enemy's attack. That's something I feel like good Serena players will use dropkick much more than the empowered stomp. That's what I've noticed, and that's something I've been also trying or doing a lot, is just using empowered dropkick for mobility and for shield. And now this combo is something, if you want to learn Serena, very important to learn this one combo right here. So when nothing is close, we can basically attack air. So if you stand still and press B, right now this blue buff is in range of me, so it's gonna auto attack it. But if I'm away from everything, I press B right here, I can charge up my boosted auto attack. This is a triple Stomp Serena combo. We have 2 purple things and a boosted auto attack ready. We drop kick in, we stomp, basic attack, stomp, stomp. And this is pretty much, you can just come out of a bush. You can set up in a bush as well. And if someone walks by, you can just jump on them very easy. You do this again. Drop kick, stomp, we put in a boost auto attack, and we triple stomp. And we do crazy amount of damage and can almost one-shot anyone. For the next Pokemon who can lane and jungle as well, same for Serena actually, both of these can lane and jungle. Would still prefer picking them in lane, though, but again, can work everywhere. We have the Azumarill with Aqua Tail and Water Pulse, with a Scope Lens, Attack Weight, and Float Zone build. Better item, X speed, and emblems the same as Serena. We focus on 6 brown, and then either we go into some whites with HP, or just straight up flat attack, whatever flat attack you can find. I don't think I really have tips for this Pokemon. Just get to level 4 very fast. You try to get attack weight stacks in. If you get 1 or 2 with the last hits, you're gonna get to level 4 very fast, and you're just gonna start Aqua Tailing your opponents over and over again, and just try to destroy them as hard as you can. The gameplay I think is pretty straightforward. In team fights, you want to Unite move the enemy carry or something, or someone. It's also going to help you live. The Unite moves gives you a shield. And again, Scope Lens. Why Scope Lens on this Pokemon? It's for this passive right here. Deals an additional damage equal to 75% of your attack stat when dealing a critical hit with basic attack. This is super strong. It has a 1-second cooldown. A lot of people don't know this, but it has a second effect, not just crit damage. So we always do more damage as well with our everything, because we always crit. All of our basic attacks always crit, right? So we proc the Scope Lens passive every single second, which does 75% of our attack, just as extra damage. We get this bonus damage every single second on a basic attack since we always crit. And that's why Scope Lens is so crazy strong on this Pokemon. Next up we have Dodrio, which can go into jungle and lane. It's obviously much stronger in jungle because you get a lot of more experience funneled to you. And yeah, we have the Tri-Attack Agility build. Dodrio is super, super strong right now, but probably the most difficult Pokemon on this list right now to play. It takes a good amount of practice and a good amount of skill to get used to, but once you get into the flow of playing Dodrio, you're just gonna stomp through games, I'm telling you. We have Attack Weight, Razor Claw, and the Score Sheet. You can also switch it out for Float Stone, depending on what you prefer. I'm currently playing the Score Sheet, and for better item, we play Full Heal, and for emblems, I'm currently playing a brown set just with crit emblems. So 6 brown, and then just whatever crit emblems I have to get to, just for a lot of basic attack, extra damage. Most important thing of Dodrio is to make good use out of your boosted auto attack. So after using a Tri-Attack, next boosted auto attack or next auto attack in general heals you and does more damage. And again, you aim it with your left stick. So depending on what direction we go in, we can use it as an engage, as a damage tool, or as a disengage as well. And when you have agility, it always fits it up quite fast. So what I do in agility, as soon as I get agility, we can use this to escape as well. So we can do like this, and then we still fill up our next one as well. We can do 2 boosted auto attacks without really losing any distance. We can go over walls with it, and just making good use out of your boosted auto attacks like this. Okay, we didn't make it this one now, but you know what I mean. And then our basic combo pretty much is just we Tri-Attack something, right? We auto-attack through, then we agility, then we do our next Tri-Auto-Attack, and we step again. And it's like the max damage combo. Then we get to agility plus as well, which is level 13. It instantly charges up, so we can do a Tri-Attack, into boosted auto-attack, into Tri-Attack, boosted auto-attack, and then our next boosted auto-attack is also going to be up again, and maybe another Tri-Attack. And yeah, that's pretty much just how you have to play the Pokemon. Tri-Attack, boosted auto-attack, Tri-Attack, boosted auto-attack. Next up we have Charizard, still absolutely strong Pokemon. We have the Flamethrower and Flare Blitz. I would still also recommend playing it in jungle, even though you can play it top or bot lane too, but jungle is obviously much stronger. We have Massive Band, Scope Lens. If you want to go a safer option, you can go Focus Band. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, you can go into Attack Weight. Also, you can also play Fire Blast, totally fine. I would still always recommend Flamethrower. Even though Fire Punch actually is not bad right now, you can actually play it. Flamethrower is still just a tiny bit above it. And then either Flare Blitz against, if the enemies have a lot of speedsters or things you just want to cheat against, or they're good to stun, you go Flare Blitz. Otherwise, if the enemies are very ranged heavy, you can just play from far away as well and just use Fire Blast. For better item, Full Heal or X Speed or X Attack are all fine. Those I would recommend. I currently like Full Heal the most, just because there's also a lot of Mr. Mimes around, and you kind of want Full Heal. Also, so my tip for Charizard is, just make sure you're aware of how many unstoppable effects are on the opponent's team, so you get your Unite move out, right? If your Unite move doesn't get casted, you will lose the team fight. If it gets cancelled, you will lose. So always make sure you watch out what unstoppable effects are there. Also right now, if you play against Clefable, you have to be very careful. The Gravity Zone, Charizard cannot auto-attack in it. Charizard literally cannot auto-attack inside of the Gravity Zone of Clefable. Not in his Unite move, and not while it's on the ground as well. So in case you play Charizard right now, stay away from this Pokemon, okay? Stay away from Clefable, don't walk close to it, try to stay out of the Gravity Zone, otherwise you will not have a good time. And for Charizard emblems, we just play 6 brown and full crit. just any crit rate you can find. Next up, we still have the Glaceon build with Icy Wind Freeze Dry. We can either go Scope Lens, Shaper, Energy M for full current reduction, which I think is still enough to keep our eye charts up, or we can just go a full-on damage build and just skip everything else and just go double glasses, Scope Lens. Also totally fine. And for better item, I personally prefer Eject Button, just because I think it just needs a bit of more. I mean, you kind of want to jump in, so the Eject Button just helps us to maybe dodge something or get out of harm's way of something, and so I still prefer it. And for emblems, we also still play 7 black and 6 green emblems. Most important thing about this build is just understanding how Freeze Dry works. Freeze Dry gives you special attack for a short amount of duration. You can see it right here. Freeze Dry effect increases special attack. So we want to get to full stacks, and before we actually jump on someone, we want to make sure that we use a Freeze Dry first. There's also a nice one-shot combo we can do. So if we jump in, we do this Freeze Dry into Icy Wind. And then there's also a way of walking into a fight. So if you know there's a fight happening, you can Icy Wind first, we Icy Wind, walk into the fight, then we Freeze Dry before time runs out, we Icy Wind, and both Icy Winds will be affected by the special attack thing. And that's just something you should be aware of. Next, we have the good old Gengar. Can also honestly be played in lane, but obviously better in jungle. But honestly, lane Gengar, I have a lot of success with it, but it obviously takes a bit more, practice and a bit of luck as well. But he's always a Pokemon that can just come back into a game by killing an enemy carry. That's why he can actually work in lane. You can either play Dream Eater, Shadow Ball, or Hex Sludge Bomb, depending on what you prefer. This one is much easier, and this one requires a bit more skill, a bit more aiming, and a bit more game knowledge. So if you don't want to do that, just play Hex. And if you feel like the enemies are very squishy, and if I just find someone in Dream Eater, they're all dead, then just go this bit instead. Head items, this one right here for Dream Eater, Shadow Ball. If we play Hex, we just put a Shellbear here instead of the special specs. This is much better than Hex, just for cooldown reduction as well. And then for battle item, I would recommend Eject Button in both of these builds. And for Gengar's emblems, for Hex build, we want to play 7 black and 6 green. And for the Shadow Ball Dream Eater build, we want to play 6 green and then full special attack, as much special attack as you can find. And for Dream Eater Shadow Ball, I just want to show the exact combo on what you want to do. You want to Dream Eater, Shadow Ball, boosted auto attack, or boosted auto attack and Shadow Ball. Very straightforward. Show it again. We Dream Eater gives us a boosted auto attack. Shadow Ball reduces the enemy's special defense, then our boosted auto attack also does more damage. Report, boost auto attack, Shadow Ball, and that's the max combo we can do. And in team fights, very important, on your Unite move, you can use it in multiple ways. Either after getting a reset, let's say you kill someone, you can Unite move and look for the next target, wait for your next Dream Eater to come back up, or wait for your cooldowns and then look for something, or you just use your Unite move to engage from far away onto a carry, like you sneak in, you Dream Eater from far away, and then you port in, and then use your entire combo. We can also obviously do this right here, like this, and then we have another Shadow Ball, and this pretty much kills any carry very, very fast. Now some honorable mention, which is Duraludon, which honestly is quite under the radar of character of people. This Pokemon is very, very strong. It does a crazy amount of damage. It has very good objective secure, especially right now since Rayquaza is much lower again on HP. It's very easy for it to secure Rayquazas. With the Dragon Pulse, Dragon Tail build. Dragon Tail also very good against this, and like there's so many melees right now running around. It will help you a lot to peel against them, and you just murder people with Dragon Pulse afterwards. You have a Muscle Band and Scope Lens and Focus Band build. You can also go Razor Claw for even more damage, but I would not recommend it too much. I would rather go Focus Band, or actually a Float Stone. Float Stone also very good. It allows you to actually move around the map faster, because this Pokemon is kind of slow when walking around. And then for battle item, we use an X-Speed or X-Attack, but I think I would recommend X-Speed currently on Eject Button. Or Full Heal. Full Heal is also great actually. Full Heal because it allows us to cast our Unite move without getting cancelled. And for emblems, just full on crit. Crit and brown. 6 brown, full on crit. And for the last honorable mention, if you play Premates, Dual Q, Triple Q, honestly I think this Pokemon is absolutely insane. Clefable, it's just absolutely broken if you want to play it or if you want to buy it, if you have gems over. I would recommend playing it right now. It's very good at just making one of your carries. It's just another Blissey pretty much. But Gravity is one of the most OP moves I've ever witnessed. It stops so many things. You just put it around your carry in a team fight, and the enemies, like, so many Pokemon can't do anything. When I play Buzzsaw, I can't use a single move. When I play, what was it, Lucario or something, I couldn't use a single move. You can't Eject Button out of it. You can't Scissor or Scissor on Scyther. Can't use a single move, not even Unite move, inside of this Gravity Zone. Dojo can't Boosted Auto Attack. Gengar can't Dream Eater, can't Hex around, can't Unite move out. It also slows. It's just a very busted slow smoke. It's so strong. Just put it next to your carry, Moonlight him over and over again. You have to play just very passive. Again, it's only a pre-made Pokemon. I would not recommend playing this in solo queue unless you hate just pain of you. If your teammates are bad, there's nothing you can defend, right? So yeah, XP share, focus spend, special specs is what I like. If you don't want to go stacking, you can also go Shellbay for more cooldown reduction, totally fine too. Yeah, I don't know. Hate items are still something not sure about on this Pokemon, but XP share I think is something you want to have on this Pokemon for sure. And for battle item, X speed, pretty normal. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. And don't forget to like and subscribe.